When you step onto an airplane, you place your trust in a complex web of engineering, manufacturing, and regulation. At the heart of this global system is a name synonymous with flight itself: Boeing. This American giant is one of only two major players in the world building the large passenger jets that connect our continents. For decades, its name has been a hallmark of innovation and reliability, a symbol of human ingenuity conquering the skies. The decisions made within its boardrooms and on its factory floors do not just stay there. They ripple outwards, touching millions of lives every single day, from holidaymakers to business travelers. The choices made by a company of this magnitude have profound consequences that extend far beyond its balance sheet. Boeing is more than just a manufacturer, it is a cornerstone of the global economy and a critical component of national defense for many countries, including the United States. Its health is intricately linked to international trade, supply chains, and the livelihoods of hundreds of thousands of employees and contractors around the world. Therefore, when Boeing faces a problem, it is not merely a corporate issue, it becomes a global concern, raising fundamental questions about safety, accountability, and the very nature of modern air travel. Understanding the Boeing dilemma is crucial for everyone, not just those with a pilot's license or a portfolio of aviation stocks. It is a story about the immense responsibility that comes with great power. It forces us to consider the delicate balance that must be struck between the relentless pursuit of profit and the non-negotiable imperative of human safety. The challenges Boeing confronts are a mirror reflecting broader issues in our interconnected world, where the actions of a single entity can have far-reaching and sometimes devastating effects. Its journey through these turbulent times offers a compelling case study in corporate ethics. The narrative of Boeing is, in essence, a human story. It is about the engineers who design the aircraft, the mechanics who build them, and the pilots who fly them. It is also about the passengers who board these planes, believing they will be carried safely to their destinations. The recent difficulties have shaken this foundational trust, prompting a worldwide conversation about what we expect from the corporations that hold our lives in their hands. Examining this dilemma helps us understand the pressures and pitfalls that can lead even the most respected companies astray, and why public scrutiny is so vital. To grasp the full extent of the Boeing dilemma, one must first appreciate the sheer scale of its influence on global air travel and commerce. For much of the modern aviation era, the skies have been dominated by a duopoly: Boeing and its European rival Airbus. Together, they supply the vast majority of commercial aircraft used by airlines across the planet. This means that on any given day, there is a very high probability that your flight, or the flight of a loved one, is on a Boeing-made airplane. This dominance makes the company an essential pillar of the infrastructure that underpins our globalized society. The company's importance extends deep into the world of business and economics. Boeing is one of America's largest exporters, and its sales have a significant impact on the country's trade balance. A multi-billion-dollar order for new jets from an international airline is not just a win for the company. It is a major economic event. This commercial success supports a vast and intricate supply chain, involving thousands of smaller companies that produce everything from jet engines and landing gear to cabin seats and electronics. The economic well-being of countless communities is therefore directly tied to Boeing's continued operational success and stability. Beyond its commercial airliners, Boeing is also a titan in the defense and space sectors. It manufactures military aircraft, satellites, and rocket systems that are fundamental to the national security of the United States and its allies. This dual role as both a commercial and a defense contractor gives the company immense strategic importance. Its technological advancements often have applications in both arenas, making it a hub of innovation with a profound influence on geopolitics. The health and integrity of Boeing are therefore matters of national and international security, watched closely by governments around the world. This central role in our world gives Boeing a unique and powerful position. Airlines have limited options when they need to purchase new aircraft, creating a situation where competition is not as fierce as in other industries. This lack of choice means that the performance and reliability of Boeing's products are of paramount importance. When one of the two main suppliers faces production delays or safety concerns, the entire aviation ecosystem feels the strain. Airlines are forced to delay expansion plans, cancel routes, and fly older aircraft for longer, affecting schedules and ticket prices for passengers everywhere. In recent years, Boeing has navigated some of the most challenging turbulence in its century-long history, marked by a series of high-profile incidents that have put its reputation under intense scrutiny. The most tragic of these were the two fatal crashes of the 737 MAX aircraft in 2018 and 2019, which claimed the lives of 346 people. Investigations revealed that a new flight control software, known as MCS, was a key contributing factor. It was designed to operate in the background without pilots being fully aware of its power, a decision that ultimately proved catastrophic and led to the worldwide grounding of the entire 737 MAX fleet. These tragedies brought to light a deeper, more troubling issue, an apparent shift in Boeing's corporate culture. For decades, the company was known for being led by engineers, with an almost obsessive focus on technical excellence and safety above all else. However, critics and insiders have pointed to a gradual change, particularly after its 1997 merger with McDonnell Douglas. The new culture, they argue, began prioritizing financial performance and shareholder value over its traditional engineering prowess. This created immense pressure to cut costs and speed up production, creating an environment where safety warnings were sometimes overlooked or downplayed. The tension between safety and profit is at the very heart of the Boeing dilemma. Building an airplane is an incredibly expensive and time-consuming process. Every decision, from the materials used to the training required for pilots, has financial implications. In a competitive market, there is constant pressure to deliver new, more fuel-efficient aircraft, faster and cheaper than the competition. This drive for efficiency, while beneficial for business, can create dangerous trade-offs if it compromises the rigorous safety protocols that have made air travel remarkably safe over the past several decades. The 737 MAX story serves as a stark warning of what can happen when that balance tips too far. More recently, in early 2025, a brand new Boeing 737 MAX operated by an American airline experienced a mid-air emergency when a door plug panel blew off the fuselage shortly after takeoff. Miraculously, no one was seriously injured, but the incident reignited serious concerns about Boeing's manufacturing quality and oversight processes. Subsequent audits and whistleblower reports have painted a picture of a company still struggling to embed a culture of safety throughout its assembly lines. These recurring problems suggest that the conflict between production targets and quality control remains a significant and unresolved challenge for the aviation giant. The ongoing saga at Boeing offers profound lessons about corporate responsibility, particularly for companies whose products and services have life or death consequences. The first and most crucial lesson is that a culture of safety must be paramount and non-negotiable. It cannot be just a slogan in a company handbook. It must be deeply embedded in every level of the organization, from the chief executive's office to the factory floor. When employees feel empowered to raise safety concerns without fear of reprisal, and when those concerns are taken seriously by management, potential disasters can be averted. True safety culture is proactive, not reactive. Another critical takeaway concerns the importance of transparency and accountability. In the aftermath of the 737 MAX crashes, Boeing was criticized for not being fully transparent with regulators, airlines, and pilots about the new MCS software. This lack of openness eroded trust, which is incredibly difficult to rebuild. For any large corporation, especially one in a position of public trust, honesty is essential. Acknowledging mistakes, taking decisive action to correct them, and being open about the steps being taken are fundamental to regaining the confidence of customers and the public. Hiding or downplaying problems almost always makes the situation worse in the long run. Furthermore, the Boeing dilemma highlights the dangers of a market with too little competition. The duopoly between Boeing and Airbus means that airlines have very few alternatives. While this structure can drive certain types of innovation, it can also lead to complacency and a reduced sense of urgency to address fundamental problems. This situation underscores the vital role of robust, independent regulatory oversight. Government agencies like the Federal Aviation Administration must have the resources, authority, and independence to hold powerful companies accountable and ensure that safety standards are rigorously enforced without being unduly influenced by the industry they oversee. Ultimately, the story of Boeing is a powerful reminder of why these issues should matter to everyone. It is not just about one company or one industry. It is about the broader social contract between corporations and society. We depend on these large entities for so much of our modern lives, from the planes we fly to the technology we use. In return, We have a right to expect that they will act responsibly, ethically, and with our well-being as their highest priority. The turbulence Boeing is navigating is a test of this principle, and how it emerges will send a clear signal about the values we prioritize in our interconnected world.